I, F36, love my job. I get to help people and also get to meet pretty interesting people. I'm coming here because I abruptly ended my relationship, Greg M38, and he's asking for answers. I'm hurt and want to stay away because whatever I did for him came from the heart, but it wasn't received with sincerity. My doubt here is whether I should grant closure for his daughter, F16. I have a good career, good benefits, and I make good bonuses. My company sent me abroad, and upon closing that project, I had a few weeks off until we took on to the next assignment. During that time, I devoted my energy to helping Greg's career. I saw nothing wrong about it. It made sense to help a loved one, plus nothing would have made me happier than to see him succeed. He'd always made me feel appreciated. We were building a future together, and I don't consider myself selfish. This was a serious relationship, and we had talked about marriage. I filed an RFP on his behalf, and I started his network with some of my own contacts. I don't want to make this too long, but I will say that things started to work out. Know that he got contracts yet, but I helped him meet people who could assist him. I never got paid because he couldn't afford a consultant, but that's not the point. What bothers me is that once he started making progress, his attitude towards me changed. He became critical of my DIY projects and called it a waste of time. He said I could be doing more productive things. He also disapproved of me assisting one of my friends in her pastry shop when one of her employees was sick. I've done this like a dozen times, and I don't need him to tell me whether I can help my friend or not, and I told him. He said that I could do whatever I want, but an executive behind a counter looked weird. I called him out because I found it offensive and I want him to respect my friends. He says that I misunderstood and apologized.
So, he didn't win the RFP.
It was expected, as I had explained that we were submitting as an exercise, there would be competitors with a huge track record. We attended events and did lots of things together. We were talking on the phone the other day, and he said his daughter will be his +1 on every single event he will attend when his company takes off. For background, he's referring to executive-only outreach activities held in our district. He said his daughter deserves it and that he sees it as appropriate. I asked if I would be included, and he said his portrait of family should be just him and her in official situations because we are not married. This made me feel very insecure. I didn't say anything because I didn't even know how to approach him at that moment, but I was livid. The way he said we are not married had a tone that I didn't like. I have no doubt that his daughter deserves to share her father's moments of victory, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I shouldn't be there. I wasn't counting on being excluded. He had always maintained that I'm family in the past, but he had a tiny taste of what could be achieved, and now I need to get ready to be tossed aside. This has nothing to do with his daughter. It has to do with the way he sees me. Now I'm uncomfortable with everything and constantly being asked to do things. I was very happy to help, but it is one thing to do it from the heart and another to allow him to use me. He said things about my contacts not replying to his calls, and he claims that they don't care for me if they don't have the deference to reply knowing that I introduced him. He doesn't understand that these are very busy people. I usually did follow-up messages, but I'm not doing that anymore. I asked him about this later, and he said I'm drowning in a glass of water. I did finish helping his daughter with her school research project, literature, but I have stopped doing business-related activities for him. His daughter and it have a cordial relationship, but we are not close, although we do get along. I spent a few days without initiating contact, and I felt less bad about what's happening, so I'm taking the ghosting route. He wants an explanation and has been sending me links to other RFP. I have no interest in replying. I intend on sending his daughter my Christmas gift. I already bought it. He's been blowing up my phone and texting. Some of his messages imply that I'm irresponsible and that I know he's counting on this to send his daughter to college. I really have lost all desire to talk to him because I feel really stupid. AITA for offering no closure?